Good morning. This is your Closet Quilter. It's Sunday, and I am just finishing up this, working on this quilt. I am doing the binding, sewing on the binding on the back, and clipping. At this point, I'm clipping all the little basting tacks that I use from the micro stitcher gun. And I'm just show you some of this quilt. This is some nice quilting. This is a template that I used. I did some ruler work on this border, and that turned out quite nice. Let's just get this little tack out there. I'm just being really super careful not to cut the actual quilt. I have thousands of these all over the quilt I've been removing, so I'm just looking at that. This turned out really well. I did a lot of free motion quilting in these blocks, and I did some template work on the sashing also. I did some nice paisleys in there. I don't see any, and I did there's some nice straight line quilting. See, I feel something here. Let's see where it is. I can find all these tacks. Oh, this is some nice paisley work. I did some teardrops. Here's the tack. Let's get that out. I just clip it and clip it. There. And it'll come out in the wash. When I wash it, I'm gonna wash this before I give this as a gift. I also want to hide my threads. So I'm going to clip this, and I'll get my needle out, and my self-threading needle, and do that. There's a lot of work to be done still on this. I mean, after I finished it, I still have to go back, bind it, and clip all these little, oh, there's some nice swirls. I like that. I did a lot of free motion quilting on this. It's heavily quilted, let's put it that way. And then I did some micro stippling here on the diamonds. That turned out really nice. And I did stitch in the ditch around to bring it out. It really turned out well. And there's some nice, there we go. Clip that one. Some of the tension on some of these wasn't so perfect, but there were times when I finally got the tension going perfect, and it just turned out stunning. I'm not gonna worry about it though. It's good enough, and it's, nothing's perfect. When we do these things, it's a little difficult because it's hard to reach perfection. Some people get very close. I haven't gotten that close, but it's really nice. Oh, this is nice. This one's really nice. As you can see, the tension just kind of wavers a little, but on this, I got the tension right. So, it just depends on how the machine feels. It depends on a lot of things, I think. Once in a while, I noticed once in a while I would knock it out of tension. The tension went from 3 to 1 one time. I literally had to rip out a bunch of sewing, a bunch of quilting, so that wasn't fun. So I really watched it after that. made sure that it was right. And that can happen, I guess. It happened to me. If it can happen to me, it can happen. There's a lot of things that go on when you're doing a big quilt. Because, you know, most people, I don't have a big machine. I have a PQ 1500S. And I have 5 inches vertical space. So it takes me a while to actually get things done. This one's dark. This block is that orange peel. Turned out it's hard to get the lighting right on this so that you can see it. There, can you see that? That orange peel turned out really nice. What I did is I drew X's, you know, with my marking pen, and I just did arcs. As you can see, double arcs. And it made this pattern. They call it orange peel. They call it a lot of things. It's got different names. But I kind of have to feel around to see where the basting tacks are. And okay, I think I got it all in here. I don't feel any. All right, here's some. As you can see, this is where I stopped sewing the back of my binding. There. My needle's in there somewhere. I have to be careful. There's one. Okay. Oh, this turned out lovely. The tension on here is perfect. Oh, that's lovely. I love heavy quilting. I'm really hooked on it now. It really, you know, I think it just adds a whole nother dimension to this. The piecing was nice on this. It's perfect. I find that if I'm really careful about the 1/4 inch, it just turned out perfect. That part of this is turned out perfect, I have to say. And the quilting's not bad. It's just the tension issues turned out to be an issue. I think that's the weakest part of this quilt is the tension that I got on some of these blocks wasn't perfect. Other than that, the free motion quilting turned out fabulous. The best that I've ever done. I've never gotten such good results on free motion quilting. Ever since I started quilting on this cutie frame, I've just gotten better and better. It's just opened up a whole new world. Oh, here's some swirls. Had a whole design. And then here's the straight quilting. I used the ruler foot as a guide, and I got it generally pretty good for the 1/4 inch. And then of course, this is the orange peel. This was my quilting plan. On the side blocks, I did swirls. On the triangles, I did paisleys. And then on the sashing, I did the candy design. This with the template. And then I did straight line quilting on the points and the orange peel in the centers. That was my plan, and I pretty much stuck to it. I made a quilting plan, and I stayed with it. That was pretty amazing. This one turned out perfect. And I see a tack. Oh, actually not. If you can see the backing, see the dark dots, shouldn't see that. So this tension was a little off. So I look at what's this, Jamie Waller's Taming Tension video. he explains how to get this seated just below the top. It's wonderful. You bring it up. I should have stopped and released it just a little bit, just to set it down, just to get it seated properly. But I didn't notice until it was too late. So, on we go. Let's just look for tacks. Anyway, this is really interesting, the micro stippling. Let me get this tack out. Yeah. Maybe I can get it in the back. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Okay. Maybe this will come up. There. Got it out. That micro stippling really flattens out that gives it the 3D effect. I really liked it. There's a lot of tacks in here. Okay. There. There. And as you can see, I have a lot of threads that I need to bury. And I'll be doing that soon enough. Okay. Here's another tack. Ooh, I almost clipped that. Ooh, I have to be so careful. I don't want to repair this quilt. Too much work went into it. Little drama in this video. Okay, let's be really careful about this. Okay. I'm lifting it up. Maybe I'll just use my nails. You can also just pull them out. And that works. I really like the tacking system for basting, although I may just use my machine for basting. Someone said that's also good, but my machine doesn't have really a basting stitch. It's a elongated stitch. I guess I could make it baste if I just go faster. You know, you can make longer stitches that way. I'm just tearing these out because I just don't want to tear or cut into the fabric. Anyway, here's the edge where I stopped with the template, and then I went on. As you can see, the tension on this side isn't so perfect. Oh, this looks lovely. This one, look at that. Oh, I can see the black dots on there. The tension isn't good on that either. I had one that was perfect. I'm seeing all the black dots now, and you know, my vision isn't so great. Since I had Bell's palsy, my eye has had issues. So I'm working on that, but anyway, it's got plenty of character in this quilt. Oh, here's a beautiful swirl. It reminds me of sort of Van Gogh-ish. Okay. There's something. Oh, I feel things in here. Okay. I have to. Yeah. This one has. I'm feeling around on the dark fabric because I really can't see it. Yeah. Okay. There's something. I must have really tacked this down. There, I tacked this down. There's one. There's one. I literally had thousands and thousands of tacks in this. These micro stitch tacks were I just really basted the heck out of this thing when I was doing it. It's just because all the manhandling that I was doing on the frame, I was afraid that it would be a problem if I didn't. So, as you can see on here, I was really random on the spacing. I probably could have done another line right there, but I didn't. So, this tack, yeah. There's a tack. Oh, there, I feel something. Yeah. Okay. Here's a tack. There. Here. This one I think I'm gonna have to pinch. I got a stitch over this. Can you see that? Oh, it's tricky. There. I pulled it out of the stitch. And now I'm just there. Got it. Once you snip the little heads off, they fall off the back. There. There we go. I know this is a little boring, but it's relaxing too. A lot of us have to, it's easier when you pull out the basting, but this is also relaxing. Just getting all the little tacks out. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm sipping my coffee. My coffee's far away from my quilt. I'm not going to get anything on this quilt. I worked too hard on this quilt. It took months. The piecing and the planning and everything. I was really careful with this. This quilt is for my husband's cousin's wife who survived COVID. And she's coming home. She was in New York. She'd been in the hospital several times, and she's got, she's getting better. But, I wanted to give this to her. I was so happy she survived. And this is just, anyway. I love quilts because people can remember you by them. Long after we're gone, these quilts will be here. And I'll have shared love with people that I love. And anyway, having a hard time with this one. Sometimes my hands go numb. I have arthritis and, all kinds of stuff. But I just want to be really careful with this, not to cut the fabric. Sometimes I can feel my fingers, sometimes I can't. Okay, there. Pulled it out. It's all gone. Anyway, I hope you have a great sewing day and have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping by the Closet Quilter.